Good morning, students of Standard 10th. Today we begin a new chapter, the Sermon at Banaras. This is the first sermon that Gautam Buddha gave, and that made him famous. So in this story we will learn about the truths of life and how to handle it. Let's begin the explanation of the chapter. Gautam Buddha was born to a North Indian royal family as a prince and was named Siddhartha Gautama. He was sent to a faraway place when he was 12 years old to study Hindu sacred scriptures, and upon returning 4 years later, he got married to a princess. Soon they both had a son, and they continued to live the royal life for about 10 years. The royals were shielded from all unpleasant experiences of the world until the prince met a sick man, an aged man, a funeral procession, and a monk looking for alms. These experiences acted as eye-openers for him, and thus he left all the royalty behind to seek a higher sense of serious spiritual knowledge. So this is the basic story of Buddha. You may have read in earlier classes how Buddha decided to leave a royal life and go out in the search of truth. What was the logic? He saw an aged man, a sick man, funeral, and a monk looking for alms, different kind of people. As a prince, he realized for the first time that life was different from what he was living. And he decided to leave his entire family and go and search for the truth. This is a big thing to do, but that's how things began. The search for the truth. What's the real truth? Why is somebody sick? Why is somebody dead? And why is a monk looking for alms? So this search for the truth led Buddha to leave his royalty and move out in the search of spiritual knowledge. What happened later? Let's find out. Gautam Buddha went in search of enlightenment for about 7 years before he finally came across a peepal tree and chose to sit under it till he became awakened. When he finally attained salvation after 7 days, he decided to retitle the tree as the Bodhi tree, which means the tree of wisdom. And he himself came to be known as Buddha, which means the awakened. He even began preaching his new realization, and his first sermon was given in the city of Benares. The city of Benares is known to be sacred as it resides on the bank of river Ganges. The first sermon he gave was preserved and is famous till date. It is given below as well. It gives a new perspective to man's understanding sufferings. Now, Gautam Buddha kept on searching for the truth, the true enlightenment for 7 years, until he reached a peepal tree under which he attained what is called enlightenment or nirvana. The tree is located in Bodh Gaya. People go and visit the tree still. The tree still exists over there. And once he had realized the ultimate truth of life, he decided to preach it. And his first sermon took place in Benares, the holy city of the Hindus. And the first sermon was about man's understanding his sufferings. So this is a few pictures of Buddha that you can find. How he met an aged man, then he met a funeral procession, and how he saw a sick man, and the peepal tree under which he attained nirvana. So his first sermon begins with a lady named Kisa Gautami. It talks about a lady named Kisa Gautami whose son had recently died. Struck with unending pain and sorrow, she took her son door to door, requesting for a wonder drug that could bring her son back to life. Quite obviously, everyone thought the lady had lost her ability to think clearly. Going from door to door, she finally came across a man who couldn't offer any medicine but led her to Sakyamuni, the Buddha. Filled with hope, the lady visited Gautam Buddha and begged him for a cure for her child. So Kisa Gautami's son had died and she wanted her son to be revived. And for that she was going from door to door seeking a medicine which would revive her child. Somebody told her Sakyamuni or the Buddha was the only one who could provide such a drug. So she went to Buddha and begged for a cure so that her dead child was revived. Just as the man said Gautam Buddha had a solution, he asked Kisa Gautami to get a handful of mustard seeds. Gautam Buddha asked Kisa Gautami to get a handful of mustard seeds. Restored with hope, Kisa Gautami thought it to be a very simple task until Lord Buddha instilled a condition that the mustard seed must be taken from a house where no one has lost a child, husband, parent or a friend. So he said, I could revive your child if you bring a handful of mustard seed. But there was a condition imposed, which was the mustard seed had to be obtained from a house where nobody had died. Nobody had lost a life. Once again, Kisa Gautami went from door to door, but this time she was looking for mustard seeds. Many had mustard seeds to offer, but none of them could fulfill Lord Buddha's condition of having seen no deaths in the family. Upon being asked, people requested her not to remind them of their deepest griefs. Unfortunately, she couldn't find a suitable home to get mustard seeds for her son. So Kisa Gautami once again went from door to door seeking for the mustard seeds that Buddha had ordered. But the problem was she couldn't find a house where nobody had died. Even people requested her not to remind them of their griefs, of the loved one they had lost. So she couldn't find a house where nobody had died and she could get a handful of mustard seeds. All hope was lost for Kisa Gautami, and thus in extreme anguish and pain she found herself a place to ponder at the edge of the road. She continuously watched city lights blinking and observed them till they were just darkness all around. After deep reflection, she realized that man's fate was just like these city lights that flicker and extinguish repeatedly. The cycle of birth and death is nature's way of working. Suddenly she became conscious as to how selfish she had been in her sorrow, and that one who was born must rest eternally. Men are mortal, and the ones that are immortals have covered a path free from all worldly pleasures. Now you see, after she failed to get mustard, she was sitting at a corner of road and pondering. She saw the lights of the city flickering, and when it was dark, all the lights were shut. She realized the law of nature. Anybody who is born has to die. And that's when she realized she had been selfish in her way of looking at things. She was only thinking about her grief and not thinking about the truth of this world, which is made of mortals. Everybody born has to die and rest in peace. According to Lord Buddha, the life of mortals is troubled because they have not made peace with the fact that one who is born must rest eternally. There is no way a living being can avoid facing death, just like a ripe fruit is more prone to falling, an aged mortal is bound to die. Just like all earthen vessels break at some point, so do men. Whether old or young, foolish or wise, death leaves none. So that was the eternal truth that Buddha revealed to Kisa Gautami. The only way death works is by withdrawing the person from the living world, that is, the person ceases to exist. No one has control over death, neither a father can save his son nor a kinsman his relative. Just like an ox is taken to slaughterhouse to be killed, so does death do with mortals, leaving none behind. Thus, the one who knows the truth and doesn't grieve at his loss is one who has been called wise by Lord Buddha. The basic message is not to grieve the death, because that is the truth and we have to accept it. According to Lord Buddha, one should not grieve, weep, or be miserable at something which is bound to happen, for it will keep man away from obtaining peace of mind. It will only multiply the pain and suffering, thus leading to physical weakness, and moreover, no amount of grief would bring back the dead. It is important to understand that one must past feelings like sorrow and grief, as it is the only way that leads to the path of salvation. So this will be all for today. Till we meet again in our next video, do take proper care of yourself, and goodbye.